Hello, hello. We have a special brand new guest that we've never had on the show today. And I'm excited to be able to introduce you to Nishka from Eureka Crystal Beads. And we will be opening a really cool package that she sent me and giving one away to one lucky winner. But while you're hopping on here and getting settled in, I wanted to point out that we've got a brand new sale that started today. It is our BOGO ceramic bead sale. Buy one, get one free of equal or lesser value. Kind of reminds me of those old Payless shoe sales where you went in and you're super excited because you got to pick two pairs of shoes. I loved that as a kid. It's a little bit like that. We've got lots of very affordable, beautiful ceramic beads in flowers, but also in lots of other varieties too. And you get to pick one and then get a second one free. There is a coupon code that you need to use, ceramic BOGO. You can see it in that yellow tag there for more information. Looks like the coupon is working on the Marvelous Mystery Bead Mixes, which is kind of exciting. You could buy one of those, get one free. So that's pretty cool. And I am gonna get our guest on here. Let me just switch one thing around and remove this mic. Hello. Hi, Nishka.
Hi, Sarah. It's so good to be here.
Going?
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me onto your show. This is like a great chance to chat and talk about beads, and I'm really excited to see what you think of our new collection. This is going to be your first time taking a look at it, right?
It is. Yeah, I haven't opened my package. Most of my viewers know that I love to just open on the fly and get moving. I have a hard time pre-planning. It's more fun this way for me. So I left mine all closed up and we're going to unbox it and take a look. Do you do collections like this all the time?
Yes. Well, yes, yes, there's like a little bit more to it. We have been doing monthly collections almost every month since 2019. They're not subscriptions. They're just like monthly releases. But what's special about this particular one is that we have this new format going now where we've added another type of collection. This one is like more focused and smaller. Some of our monthly collections just get so big and overwhelming that it can be a little too much for people. So the feedback that we got was doing something a little smaller, a little bit more focused would be ideal. And so that is what this collection is. It's our LITE light collection. So this is the first one of its type. And we're really excited to see what you think of it.
Oh, that is exciting. So if they wanted to get on board with buying a collection, where would they go to do that?
Yeah, just go to EurekaCrystalBeads.com. We have a whole section on our website of collections. A bunch of them are still in stock, but as you know, sometimes they get really popular and we are surprised that they sell out sometimes before we even can properly like market them, which is what happened with this collection, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's okay. So do you have a brand new one now that they can get that's a little bit different, or what? When does the next one release?
We have one coming on the first Thursday of June. It's going to be stunning. Like if you like the colors of sunset, this is going to be your jam. I've seen pictures of it. I haven't seen it in person yet. And I am just like in awe of how beautiful it is. So that's one that's going to be coming. And then we'll have another mid-month light collection coming in the middle of the month, which is going to be kind of beachy. So if those are things that you like, that's going to be really nice.
I love beachy. Speaking of beachy, I took those chrysoprase that Jack had been coming in to my office and oohing and awing over, and I made a sweet little necklace with a beautiful seahorse from our friends at Green Girls Studios. And this chrysoprase bead strand will be for sale hopefully tomorrow in the Softflix live sale. We have just a couple of them left. So if you wanted to grab one, tomorrow is probably going to be the day to do that. Yeah, and Thomas is writing to text beads to a certain phone number, and that will get you on our live sale text chain. So you get a message when we go live for a live sale. I see you're still having camera problems. I'm just going to leave it out for now, and we'll focus on my camera, and we'll bring it in a minute. Okay, does that sound good?
Yeah,
that way
absolutely.
it's popping in and out. Okay, so let's focus right here. And how long did you start business in 2019?
Oh no, Eureka's actually been in business for like 21 years.
Ooh.
Which is, people are usually surprised because we've been just really small for a long time, and we're still really small, to be honest. It's just 9 of us, and we're not all full time, and 2 of that number are actually our retired founders. So yeah, we all wear a lot of hats, and we all collaboratively come up with these collections together, which is really fun. It's just one of my favorite things.
Where are you guys located?
So that's actually a good question. I am currently located in New Jersey. We have a warehouse in Boise, and we have our designers and employees all over the place, because we are basically running as, what do you think? Isn't that beautiful?
Stunning. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Is that the inspiration picture?
Yeah. All of our collections have these inspiration images that kind of set the mood. We also have this like nicely written little paragraph that you don't have to read, but I always enjoy meditating on, because it gives you a little bit of a moment to stop and smell the roses, I guess, before you get into it.
And so my understanding is this whole set is sold out, but many of these single items are still available.
Everything is available except one strand of fire polished beads. That's it.
And there was a place they could go where they could easily find all these items.
Yeah, absolutely. There should be a link to the actual collection itself. And underneath every collection, we have the list of all the products, and you can just shop from that list. So if you are thinking about getting a collection, like one of the ones that isn't sold out, you can preview the items that are in it just from that list. Or you can just pick and choose the things that speak to you from each collection, because everything is already pre-matched and will work together really well. So
awesome. Well, I'm already liking what I'm seeing. I did get a little bit of a sneak preview, you guys, because I received some images ahead of time. So I was like, okay, I can pull out some wire that I know it's gonna definitely. I pulled out that outlet gold. That's pretty fantastic. I pulled that right out. How long have you been with Eureka?
Since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a different world then. It feels like that's like decades ago already.
I know. Tell me about it. Speaking of different world, I know many of you saw that Lisa from Beaducation is going to be retiring. I know everyone's feeling sad. It feels like once a week we get information about another one of our favorite small businesses deciding that they can no longer make their way, or just that they're worn out and they need a rest. You know, I've seen that a lot too. Just that it's a fight to stay in business when you're small in this kind of economic environment. So I guess the moral of the story is just make sure you are supporting those businesses that you love, um, because it does mean a great deal to a small business every time they get an order. So make sure you're checking out Eureka Crystals. Make sure you're going to all those great bead extravaganza presenters and placing orders there. And just make sure you're, even your local bookshop or your local paper source or a yarn shop, all those spaces, people really need a lot of support. If you're going to spend money, maybe think about supporting some of those businesses that it's going to mean a lot to them right now. Okay, look at how gorgeous this is. We've got 5 tubes of beads. What did this collection cost someone when they buy it as a full collection?
That's a good question. That's not a question I have the answer to right in front of me.
That's an important one.
I know, right? So I don't want to give the wrong information, but I'm going to say that it is under $40.
Wow, this is a great deal.
Yeah, we really wanted to make sure that it was affordable. That was another one of the big things that we've been hearing from people. Just like you said, everyone is feeling a little stressed,
Yeah.
and we understand that. We were making these collections through the pandemic as well, and we always made sure to make things work for people.
Yeah, that's great. Kelly is asking how much a month is the kit and for a full one. So are they always under 40 or do they range?
They vary. Thank you, Kelly, for your question and for being here and watching. It's not a monthly subscription, so you can pick and choose whichever ones you like when they release. The monthly collections, the big ones that come at the beginning of every month on the first Thursday of the month, they tend to be a little bit more on the pricier side. I would say I'm saying around 65-ish, but each one is different. So there isn't a specific price point that we aim for. We're more focused on the beads themselves and to tell a cohesive story. And then the mid-month collections, like the light collection, those will run you we try to stay under 40, but sometimes the ones that we release are a little bit more pricey just because of the quality of the products in it. We'll put some Austrian crystal. We'll put some things that are a little bit pricier, some precision cut beads from Toho or Miyuki, and those can increase the price based on the finishes.
Is this lapis?
Yeah, it's lapis, but it is dyed.
So we've got a variety of little metal findings in here. We've got some beautiful, these are glass pearls, right?
We call them crystal pearls, but yes, they are. They have a crystal core, and these chatons and the rivolis that you have there, those are from the Elite Eureka. See, that's the culprit right there. That's the one that's out of stock. Just this little strand of beads, and we can't make more.
Oh man,
I know.
It happens.
Yeah. So fire polish, classic for beading, and we like to have a variety of different items in each collection. So you'll always find seed beads, you'll always find check glass of different shapes, you'll always find findings, and of course crystal, because we started out as just crystal. That's why we have Eureka Crystal Beads in our name, and then we expanded out to other types of beads and beading as well.
Awesome. I love this. I'm super excited to get the opportunity to open some of these things up. We are giving one of these collections away today, so please make sure you read those instructions at the bottom of the screen. You have to stick around till the end. Is this taped or something?
No, but they can be really, really tight. Sometimes I have to use pliers to get them open.
Oh boy.
Just wiggle
This
it back
is
and
going to be
forth.
one of those situations where I like yank this off and the beads go everywhere, isn't it?
It's the Miyuki tubes. They're like that. They can be so tight. Yeah.
You know what I was looking at when I was looking at the picture of what was in this? I was thinking of this bracelet that I used to make.
Oh my God.
I was thinking, gosh, wouldn't that be so pretty with these as the larger seed bead?
That's actually stunning. What is that? How?
Oh gosh, I haven't made it in so many years, but
It looks like DNA.
I think it's called a Russian spiral. If I
It's
remember
hollow
correctly.
inside.
And it's made with our Softlex 014. And so that really gives it a lot of stability and shape.
And springy. It looks springy.
It looks really a little springy, but it'll roll right onto your wrist as like a bangle. I used to teach that, but it was so long ago now. I can barely remember that person.
Well, yeah, I mean, time does fly, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I could see it going really well with some of the stuff we got here. So I'm just opening some stuff up. I'm thinking about making just a sweet pair of earrings, I think would be a good option for me. And I'm going to show you a couple things that were made with this collection already. And then I hope you guys will get them on your calendar and check out their next collection when it comes out. Those sunset colors sound absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I really can't wait. I can't wait to see what kind of projects our designer Aga comes up with, because she's really like super talented when it comes to coming up with some beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I saw she does some bead weaving, right?
Yeah, she actually comes from the world of bead embroidery originally. That was kind of what her main first focus was. But she has kind of become a jack of all trades with us, and she does a lot of different kinds of things. In fact, I think she would say that her weakest is bead stringing. So I sent her a bunch of Softlex, and I was like, work on this. Like, you got this. Come up with some ideas. Yeah, because doing stuff with the wire, you can really come up with something really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's so strong that you can use the crystals, you can use all sorts of things, and it doesn't break the strand. So
I think I'm going to use our outlet wire. So I don't know if you know a lot about the 24 karat, but we used to make this 24 karat plated, beautiful beading wire up until the pandemic. And then during the pandemic, the gold prices, they
skyrocketed.
Ridiculous place. And we were like, we can't make this anymore with 24 karat gold because we do a thick plating. It's a lot of metal. And so we had to set it aside. And since then, gold prices have become even more outrageous. But at any rate, I was in the warehouse a little while ago, and our warehouse person pointed out that we had some gold wire that we had decided wasn't good enough at the time.
Oh, okay.
Because it has a little bit of white splotching on it, and sometimes it'll have just a little bit of black specking, and we're just very picky at Softlex. And I looked at it and thought, geez, there's so many people that would just love this, even though it's not perfect. And so we put it in our outlet shop, and some folks have been taking advantage of that. But it's really beautiful. So
what a find. That is amazing. I love that.
I know. It was pretty exciting. So I'm going to grab some of that. I'm going to use our gold-filled 2mm Softlex crimp tubes, which are great with the 019 medium. You can get this outlet gold in 014 or 019. I'm going to choose 019 today. It's, for me, a better diameter for making an earring like I'm thinking about making. I'm going to do like a little drop earring. I noticed there were these cute little drops inside of the package.
Yeah. Those are 24 karat gold plated as well.
Whoa, are they?
They are,
it's
yeah.
meant to be. It's like a perfect match made in heaven here. I was thinking a drop shape and soft flex with these drops would just be super elegant. Let me see how many there are. If I do earrings, I don't want to do too many on one
There's
earring.
10 of them.
Okay, there's 10. Let me just divide those out. And we will get this all worked out. Let me see. I feel like I'm missing one somewhere. Oh, there it is. It faded in with all that gold, beautiful gold beading there. Okay, so I'm gonna put those in the center of my earring. I probably want to divide them up with a little bit of color. So I'm thinking these great little blue crystals will probably be awesome for sort of dividing those out and giving a little bit of sparkle to the middle of my earring.
Yeah, you're picking up the bicones. These are also that reimagined dark sapphire color, which was really the inspiration for this entire collection. Like I said before, we do the images are the inspiration usually, but this one was flipped. We saw this color and we thought, oh, we need to make a collection around this bead.
I'm thinking three might be enough. That looks pretty just like that.
Yeah.
I don't even need to do any more, but I am going to do a couple more things. Okay, so let's add a few more beads. I love these sparkly gold rondelles. And then those crystal pearls are so pretty. I think what I'll do is add a little blue seed bead between them just so they can differentiate themselves a little bit more. And see how that looks. A lot of beading for me is just testing it out. How does it feel? And then kind of going from there. Yeah, I like that. It's cute. Very pretty. So I'm going to repeat on the other side, which was one of these beautiful little rondelles, a gorgeous dark blue seed bead. They look like they're size 11s.
Yeah, there's size 11s and size 15s in this one, and they're in the same color. It's like a semi-glazed navy, I believe, from Toho.
And I was really happy to hear that you guys carry soft flex as well. So when people are shopping on your website, they can also pick up some soft flex.
Absolutely, soft flex, and we found that the soft touch, that one is our most popular seller.
Yeah, it's so flexible and lovely. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, I'm going to take my 2x2 millimeter crimp tube and I'm going to come down over both wires. You can see I made one a little bit longer. This is where I'm going to decide how big or how small do I want that dangle. I'm thinking a decent size would be really pretty because they're so gorgeous. I don't think I want it to be like mini sized. I think that's pretty good right there.
Yeah, and then sparkle.
And then I'm just going to take this big long wire and go back down through the top to make a loop. That's where I can attach to my earring finding. And I'm going to grab my magical crimpers. So one thing to remember with the magical crimpers is they were designed specifically for soft flax. So this style of beading wire. The nylon coating on the extreme is a little bit different. It's a little slicker than the regular soft flex. So just be patient. You can still use your magical crimping pliers with it, but it may not compress into that nylon as quickly or as easily. But just go around it a bunch of times, making sure you're always compressing right in the center of that crimping plier, and it should work pretty well. So I can, generally pull on this and it's not going to come loose. And then all I need to do is grab my little nifty cutters, come in with the flat side to the crimp, and just trim. And then I'll just repeat that for my second earring. This had a really nice lever back earring finding right in here. And you want to always be really careful with these. So when you're opening it, make sure you're opening it to the side and just be so super careful and gentle. Stuff like this just breaks so easily. So especially, I don't know if this has a plating, does it?
Yeah, it's plated.
Yeah, so you want to be super.
We're always really gentle with it. Or the alternative that I often suggest is to not even open it at all, but to already hook it on whatever you're working on.
Yeah, you can do that as well. That's smart. That's probably what I will do on the next one. Just always
better safe
really
than sorry, right?
And there we go. We've got our first little earring.
That's so cute. I love it.
So I wanted to show you guys the earring of the picture that was sent me. I got a picture from the designer that you work with. And look at these earrings. How pretty are those?
Yeah, the Midnight Gala earrings. We have the tutorial. It's a tutorial video, step by step, showing you exactly how to make it. And all of the items, like I said, you can buy them right now on our website, except the really small fire polish. You just have to replace those with a similar color. And they are so surprisingly easy to make if you follow the instructions from Aga, our designer.
Where can they find those instructions?
We have the video on our website, eurekacrystalbeads.com. If you go to our design center, under there, we have our tutorials, and you can find all of them in one place. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, Eureka Crystal Beads, and we have this tutorial there as well.
How often do you guys put new tutorials up?
Oh, we try to post at least once a week. It's not always going to be a tutorial. Sometimes it'll be an unboxing, but we do try to have at least one video a week.
That's awesome. So it sounds like a really great place to go subscribe and be able to catch some new content. Judging from this beautiful pair of earrings, you're going to get lots of fantastic ideas there. Are a lot of them bead weaving, or is there a mix of things?
It is a mix. There is a lot of bead weaving. There is sometimes we just do kind of educational stuff, talking about the difference between different types of beads or different materials. But we do try to do a lot of fun tutorials. Lately, we've been doing a lot of things like bezeling around different shapes of stones, which people are always asking, like, oh, I have this big rectangle stone, what do I do with it? So we've been doing that, which has been pretty popular.
That's awesome. I'm just working on the second earring, but in the meantime, look at this necklace as well.
Yeah, isn't that great? So this is the Socialite necklace. This one is done by one of our designer friends, Sherry from the Little Beading Closet. So this one will be on her YouTube channel instead of ours, but we do have it featured on our website, so you can find it there.
That is awesome. So I basically just replicated that earring while we were talking, and I'm going to crimp this down again. One thing to always think about is, where is that last wire going back into the crimp tube, and which way is it going to face? So I have it strung inside of the crimp in a way that it's going to face outward. But if you wanted it to, it could face the other direction as well. You want to make sure you're being kind of thoughtful that they're both facing the same direction so that your earrings will match when you wear them. These crimps are pretty great. They come in 4 different metal tones. This is the gold filled, which has become a little bit more pricey, but we also have sterling. We have oxidized sterling, so blackened sterling, and copper as well, which is the most affordable. And we do have some crimp covers. If you needed to do crimp covers, you could. And there we go. We've got a beautiful, simple, but gorgeous pair of earrings.
So easy.
So easy. And you could very easy just replicate a similar pattern with what's left here in a necklace or a bracelet. This would be such a cute little dangle from a bracelet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I could see that being just absolutely stunning. Having especially these crystal pearls on a beautiful long necklace and then featuring some of those dark blues in the front, I think would be a lot of fun to play with. These colors are just fantastic. I'm loving it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, blue is a color that is really popular, and we really thought we could make something beautiful combining gold with blue. So we're happy that it came out so well.
Yeah, I think blue is always one of our most popular colorways that we do. It just hands down. It's just a color that everyone can get on board with. Speaking of blue, we also have our monthly kit coming up. You can see it's wrapped in blue paper, so it more than likely has some blue inside of there, because we usually try to wrap our kits in a way that kind of shows what is inside to a point. This is the Surfs Up design kit. It's available now at softluxcompany.com. I will be opening it on the last Wednesday of this month, which is that next week already? I mean,
oh my gosh, you're right.
Flying by.
No way.
Insane how fast everything has been going. And I missed all of you guys last week. I had a great time on my trip with the kids, but I'm glad to be back and playing with these beautiful beads today. I think I might just start on a little necklace. I don't think I'll be able to get too far in before we have to go, but I just can't stop myself from at least doing a little something.
Yeah, they're so fun to play with.
Oh my gosh, so fun. I'm going to mirror image almost what happened in the center of the earring in the center of the necklace. But I think I'm going to add in a little more space since it's a necklace. And this could be cute in a bracelet too. So fun. So thinking about blue, gold, blue, and then one of these drops. So just spreading it out.
So pretty.
Much more because I've got the space. Oops, I keep hitting my camera. Yeah, so we went camping and we went to Universal Studios last weekend. And it was super fun. It was also very exhausting.
Yeah.
Dragging this week trying to keep up with all of our schedule. But I missed everybody last week during my live time. And I think Joyce and Kristen went live together. I haven't had a chance to watch, but that sounded so fun. So I was glad to see that. And I also missed the live sale last week because Rosa was off too, but we will be back tomorrow with our next live sale. And we also have our Bead Shopping Network event coming up in just a little over 2 weeks. So that is going to be on top of us pretty quickly.
Sarah, what's the Bead Shopping Network event?
Oh, it is an all-day live shopping event that we do in collaboration with 5 other companies.
Wow.
It's super fun, but it is like fast and furious.
Yeah, that sounds pretty tiring. Do you have to be on all day on camera?
No, I'm not. We have 2 hours with Softflex, and then the other 5 companies that are part of it have 2 hours each. And then so it keeps going. Is it just 5 companies? I think it's 6 companies, so it's 12 hours straight that people can be shopping, which is kind of nuts, but it's so fun. And we have so many cool things planned this time. I've got John from Beads coming to talk about check glass beads, and we've got new gemstones coming in. We may even have some new artisan pewter that's going to be landing. I mean, wouldn't that be pretty almost with just those glass pearls?
Yeah, that looks very classic.
Maybe just a little smattering of the blue, like some of these crystals up in here could be pretty, but just like such a simple, beautiful, lovely design. I think that would be so pretty. I'm loving it. I'm going to have to keep working on that one and put it together. I noticed we have a couple of lobster clasps in this collection too. Do you always put findings in?
Yeah, we always try to include some findings. They're always different. Sometimes you get a bunch of jump rings. Sometimes you get some bar and toggle clasps. But we always like to have something so that you can start working out of the gate. Like you open the thing up and you can start designing and finish off a project instead of fishing around and looking for findings or something. So yeah, we always try to include that.
And then I don't know if you guys really saw this, but there are some fantastic crystals in here.
Yeah, these cushion cuts, these are our own in-house brand. This is the Krakowski crystals, and these are our more affordable crystal brand. And then we have the Elite Eureka Crystal, and that's these guys that you're holding right now. And these are these highest quality Austrian crystal with that deep, deep, beautiful, dark sapphire color that really made us decide to create this collection in the first place.
Aren't those just gorgeous, you guys?
You can like swim in them. They're so beautiful.
They're so pretty. And then there's a few check glass strands in there too. One of them is sold out though, so don't look at that one.
The little one. The big one we still have. So the little one, we're working on getting a restock. We'll see how long that takes. I hope not that long. But all these things coming from overseas now.
Ugh, I know. Yeah, thankfully a lot of stuff at Softflex is made right here in the US, but I worry about things like packaging. That's the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
Because some of that is not always made here. Well, let me come back to the main screen. And this is so pretty. I am so glad I got to open it today and make some really pretty little earrings with it. I'm just going to quickly go over and see if there's any questions. Just checking over any questions. I don't really see much of anything. Just lots of awesome statements like, just got my Eureka kit in the mail and it's stunning.
Yay.
That's awesome. So good to see all of you guys here hanging out in the background. It is your last chance to enter to win one of these collections. It looks like we've got well over 80 of you watching right now. So I know there should be a good amount of you who have entered already. Stick around to claim your prize at the end, though, because you need instructions for claiming it. So make sure you are here. Before I go there, one last time, I wanted to share that coupon code. We're doing a BOGO sale at softluxcompany.com on our ceramic beads. It's buy one, get one. That is of equal or lesser value. It applies to multiple items. So buy two, get two free. Buy three, get three free. It is a coupon code ceramic BOGO. We have tons of gorgeous flowers. Not just the ones shown here, but many more. And also just more simple ceramic beads, including the marvelous mystery mixes. So you could buy a marvelous mystery mix and get the seam size free, which I think is super exciting. Hopefully this coupon code is working well, because sometimes these more complicated sales are nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope that's working.
We've had this happen too.
I see a question jumped up. If you have crimps without any identification, how can you tell what size they are? Is there a way to figure it out? Well, they usually are measurable. Like our 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes are 2 millimeter wide and 2 millimeter long. The thing you have to worry about with crimp tubes and crimp beads in general is sometimes they're just not made very well. And if it's a really thin-walled crimp, or if it was made in such a way that it was like rolled and has a seam that they have plated over the top of, they can be really crummy. So, and a lot of times when someone has a crummy crimp, and I've watched this in beading classes directly in front of me, the person using the crummy crimp blames themselves. And they say, oh, I just can't crimp. I'm terrible at crimping. And 9 times out of 10, it's the crimp itself that's a problem. So it is important to have good quality crimps if you want to make a good quality connection in your jewelry design. So try them out. If you're having problems with them, then I would suggest maybe looking for some good quality crimps to add to your stock, because even though they're itty bitty, they hold everything together.
Yeah, it's super important.
Almost nothing more important when you're stringing than a good quality crimp, because if the crimp goes, I mean, the wire too, it's, it's the foundation of your design. You wouldn't build a house on a shoddy foundation. You want something strong and durable, and that's going to last you a lifetime. So having those good quality crimps is important. And typically with Softflex, you're using a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. Okay, I think that answers your question. So I can pop that off. And here we go. Debbie says, I put 4 in my cart and it charged me for 4. Did you put the coupon code in, Debbie? Make sure you have that coupon code. Let me show that one more time. Coupon code ceramic BOGO. And that should make sure that you get some of those free. So ceramic BOGO, must enter the coupon code to get the deal. We will not enter it on the back end. So you must enter it to get the deal, just like you would in any store. Okay, we are going to give away now. Let me drop this and we will go to our giveaway page. Let's see how many people signed up. This is a beautiful collection to win. We've got 61 entries right now. This is your last chance to get in on the entry bus. It's hashtag Eureka, just like the crystal company that we are spending time with today. And that will enter you to win the collection that I opened today. So, but you must be here to win. So when I pick a winner, make sure you let us know you're here right away, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Shoot us a comment. I'm here, and then we'll give you instructions to claim your prize. Okay, here we go. Who will it be today? Oh, Anne Hilliard on Facebook. Anne, let us know you're here. We do need more likes. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you like this collection, you want other people to see it, please click that thumbs up button, that heart button. Hi, Anne. I'm so glad you're here.
She's here. Yay.
And that also lets other people be able to see it on YouTube or Facebook and know that you enjoyed hanging out with us and liked looking at this gorgeous collection. And you're not going to email info, Thomas. She is going to email a different email this time. What was that, Nishka?
It's service@eurekacrystalbeads.com.
service@eurekacrystalbeads.com and let them know your shipping address, and let them know that you won the crystal collection from today's Softflix Company video.
Yay, you're getting one of these.
There it is. Yeah, and you're getting one of these lovely collections today too. I'm so excited to see what you make with it and post into the Softflix VIB group. That's awesome. Okay, let's stop sharing here. And I just am so excited that I got to meet with you today and spend a little time. I hope you'll come back and visit with us again.
I would love that. Thank you.
Maybe next time you'll actually have your collection to sell.
Yeah, and maybe my camera will be working so I can show off what we work on. So yeah, absolutely.
The one thing I've learned doing all these live videos is just go with the flow. Like sometimes your camera isn't working. What do? You know, if one of the cameras is working, you make it work. And that's the way to go. So good to see all of you guys here as well. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow for our live bead sale. It's at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're excited to show you a bunch of awesome beads. And like I said, we've got a ton of new things coming in for the live sale that will be trickling in and then definitely overwhelming for the Bead Shopping Network event that's coming up at the beginning of June. More on that soon. We're putting together information as we speak. Text beads to 707-247-6430 to join our live sale text message chain. Basically, the only time we text you is when we're going live with a bead sale at this point. So that would be the text chain that you would be joining. If we decide to do other text messaging, we will let you know and we'll create a different list. So when you're signing up, you're just signing up for that weekly text so you don't forget about the live sale. You don't have to be live to shop the live sale, though. It's open all weekend through Monday. And so a lot of people still shop over the weekend or in the evening. It's just super fun when you're there live because there are some one-of-a-kind items that go very quickly, and you won't get a chance at those. But there are lots of other items where there's multiples, and you can still have a really fun time shopping the live sale, even if it's not at the same time that it is live. All right, we will see all of you guys tomorrow, and please go subscribe to Eureka's YouTube channel and make sure you check out their website. And you can find all those individual items that I used today on their website for sale by themselves and sort of create your own collection as well. Anything to add, Nishka?
Great. Thank you so much. And good luck with all your live sales and your sale event. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.